welcome. It's me, Persita, and this is Persita's Paradox. So today we come back and recap our question of the day or our thought for Thursday. And the question was, are you living on purpose? I'd like to elaborate a little bit more because I felt like a lot of the feedback was coming in the confusion of where purpose is, how it works, how you find it, more so than if you're living on purpose. So let's try to go and address a few of those questions. And at the same time, I'll try to also elaborate on what the thought for Thursday was. So living on purpose is something that I think continuously manifests throughout your life. I don't think there's ever a point in time where you're not really living on purpose. The key with the portion of purpose is really understanding that we as humans are to continuously rebirth things. We're to birth things, meaning we're to bring forth some type of newness, some type of greatness out of people, out of ourselves, out of situations. So when I say, are you living on purpose? My question is just that. Are you continuously allowing yourself to birth something? We are the type of people that have to understand we need to continuously bring something forth. And it may be something small. It could also be something extremely large. But the key is to understand that your purpose is ever evolving. We are people who also continuously evolve. You'll notice that progressive and really assertive and aggressive persons do things in a manner where they're continuously seeking out newness. That newness for me is, for the most part, birthing something else. But the hardest part is allowing yourself to conceive something, meaning have you allowed yourself to just completely give up? Do you understand that it is not something that you're going to not have in your life when it comes to things like adversity and things that are going to jump in the way and want to slow you down and tell you that you're not worth it? But the key to that is to continuously tell yourself that you have to allow yourself to conceive and think and dream and be so that you can birth, and in that birth find forth your purpose. Now, a lot of people actually came back. I was pretty shocked with the rebuttal of, I really don't know what my purpose is, Persita. And I want to tell all of the people who responded with that, every day is your purpose. To just simply wake up is your purpose. To even have an affirmation or a meditation on what your daily purpose is your purpose. You want to be open. That's the key. Purpose is something that allows you to allow change into your life. And a lot of us just simply don't like change. So we'll do absolutely anything and everything to justify where we are. I think the ongoing challenge for all of us as individuals is to stop putting ourselves in these unbelievable time constraints of things that need to happen and happen quickly. We also need to stop comparing ourselves to people who don't only not look like us or live like us or believe like us, but the situations and circumstances are different. And everyone has a purpose, be it from the brokest to the richest. That's hard for people to understand, but that is a true statement. I don't think that God makes mistakes. I don't think that he puts us in positions where everyone is going to be great or everyone is going to be small and failures. There's a balance, and everyone has to play their role. And that sounds really sad when you think that you're saying it, because the people who are like, well, there's no way that I want to be on the lower end of that totem pole miss the point. Everyone can't be a leader. If we don't have teams and followers, guess what? Nothing can get done because the leader cannot do everything. Maybe the leader is a visionary. Maybe the leader is someone who forecasts things or budgets or whatever it is. But I've come to a very strong conclusion to understand without a team, you are nothing. We all get to a place as individuals that we have to find out who our team is. And in that team, we find our purpose again. Because guess what? Each stage of your life brings forth a different you. How do I know? Because we are ever evolving. We are ever progressive. When we don't want to be that way, it's typically when we're in our depressed state. It's typically when we give up. It's typically when we're upset. We're angry, we're isolated, we're introverted only. We all have an introverted side to us, but the introverted only person or the autistically social deprived person is basically fighting the change of whatever the next stage of their life is, for the most part. Now, of course, there's those situations where You can't get out of it. You don't really understand it. And you might need the medication and everything else that goes along with it. And those are not the people I'm talking about. I am talking about the people who have the mental capacity to understand that everyone does not all fit in any particular juncture of conversation. So there are going to be people who cannot get past that, and it has absolutely nothing to do with their purpose, but I'm not referring to them. I'm referring to the individual who does not like change, therefore has a harder time in finding their purpose. They want to stay in a position where they're in control and they understand what's happening, when it's happening, and how it's happening. Or they're my favorite. They procrastinate all the time for everything, and they don't quite understand that that does not fit into everyone's spectrum. So they miss blessings and miss opportunities to expose their purpose because they're too busy trying to make up time, effort, or energy towards something else. A lot to that. So we want to understand that this is not a one-size-fits-all video for everyone to figure out their purpose. We all have to, one, understand who we are and be in a place of understanding that everyone's not even going to comprehend how you find your purpose or what you think your purpose is. And that's fine, because we're not living for that. What we are trying to grasp is what exactly does living on purpose mean? And living on purpose means to be completely open to change and understand that things will shift and you have to shift with it. And every time you're shifting, you want to be in a position you're bringing best to the forefront. You're bringing your best to the table. And I think the only way to do any of that is to, one, be in awareness of your life is based on you birthing something, bringing something forth. We all have a spiritual wound that is to bring forth something. We all have some sense of purpose. This video could be just that for somebody right at the moment. Maybe they're struggling and this is what they needed to hear. And at the same time, it could be someone else who's like, oh, I already know that. Thank you so much for the information, but moving on. That's the point. Everything's not going to hit everyone the same way, and everyone's not going to comprehend it the same way. My point is, my purpose in this moment is to give you this video for you, whoever you are that will hear it, to either gain information or affirm the information. Does that make sense? So we can go on and on about purpose. I just want you to be open to change. To me, living on purpose and finding your purpose are both rooted in the word change. If you are open to change and not completely restricted to being one type of person, one type of friend, one type of wife, one type of mother, you basically can move forward. One type of father, so on and so forth. I want to leave you guys out. You want to understand that nothing remains. And if it does, it's usually dead. And since you're not dead and I'm not dead and we're not talking death on anyone, we want to make sure that we're continuously seeking, searching, living in our purpose. So thank you again so much for taking the time to listen to this video today. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please remember to like, share, comment on the wall, not on the wall, whatever. Make sure that you are letting people know to come to this channel and come hang out. I so appreciate everything about what this channel is doing and how we're moving. It has been an amazing journey, especially with this new thought for Thursday. I really dig it. I'm going to stick with it for another, a couple weeks, couple months. We'll see. But if you have any subject matters or anything you want to discuss or things you want to move forward in conversation on the bigger forum, please feel free to leave comments. So once again, thank you so much for your time, effort, and energy to help me and allow me to come into your home, your car, your job, wherever it is, and give you some word. I greatly appreciate that. And thank you so much for all your support. So what I'm going to say, almost lost my train of thought. What am I going to say to remember you do? Remember to do those three things. Remember to live life authentic. Live life authentic. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.